Good evening. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care, guys, and thanks for joining in tonight. It just hit 10, so give me a minute, you guys. I'm getting all organized over here, and I'm gonna let the card club come on in. Good to see you guys, man. What's going on? Metal, lots of metal to all my friends out there. Lots of metal to all my rock and roll crew out there, man. It was sad to see Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Part of me couldn't believe that Ozzy lived so long with what a wild guy he was, but super awesome. So cheers to Ozzy. What's up, Josh? Hey, Reggie. Hey, Matt. How are you guys? Happy Wednesday. It is a happy Wednesday. Hey, Doug. I feel like today I had those feelings of like the summer's flying by. I have, while we're just sitting here, I won't make you look at my hands. Today I had that feeling like summer's flying by, and my kids they were already talking about back to school and all this stuff, and I'm like, no, summer stay. I hope you guys are doing well. You guys, always, man, I had a couple guys say thanks for the advice. No problem, you guys. Like, I'll tell you every time, right? Like, I wish card care was black and white. Some of it is. Some of it's like, yes, this is a guarantee. But a lot of times it's like, I'd try this, but I love being able to connect with all of you guys on here. Thanks. I know it's like every name on the caller, are the guys that we talk to a lot. So yeah, summers are too short, but tonight, guys, I got a lot of stuff picked out tonight. We'll see what we get through, but here's what I want to do. The National is coming up, and card shows are like booming on the weekends. So I want to give you guys some things to look for, whether you are a buyer or a seller. From a card care perspective, of course, because there's selling and buying cards that's a whole new other art. You know what I mean? But today I'm happy to show you some things that I can tell you from a card care perspective of, things that I would say to look for when you're buying, or things to, maybe help you sell stuff a little bit better. So I'll go over that, and we'll get busy, man. Like I got a list. I got tonight 86 Fleer. 2 different things. We'll crack a slab. We'll do a PSA slab. It's an old PSA slab tonight. I'll crack an old SGC slab because I just want to try. I just want to get a card out of it for whatever reason. So I was gonna try to cross it over. So I'll show you guys that. I got Pikachu. Got a Raichu first edition with a little bit dirty. It's got stuff on the back. I got some mega edge stuff. So if you guys like paper cards and you want to do like corner and edge stuff tonight, I got that. We'll kind of use all the stuff I make. We'll use recovery tonight. We'll use card polish. We'll use card spray. We'll use a card tool. We'll use stuff I don't make, like plates, clips, all that stuff. But if that sounds... I just gave you all the reasons to bail or to stay, all right? So if that sounds good, hang out, and we'll get busy. So the first thing I was thinking about tonight, guys, is I never will ever run out of pictures or questions about 1986 Fleer, which I can't complain. Excellent basketball cards. But a lot of times, especially if you like projects, if you're going to look at a card show looking for some project cards, you'll notice that a lot of the 86 Fleer stickers, if they're graded, they'll say that they have a stain on them. So if you ever see these, you guys, I'll show you a way to get rid of it, okay? So let me flip this camera around and I'll show you a couple things. So let's just see. We got a lot going on tonight. Got some Brady stuff. Got a variety, all right? And you guys appreciate everybody watching here tonight. And what I do, guys, is I teach you how to do these things. And that's what I do on these live shows. So I don't take on... All these cards are mine. This is my stuff. But I can teach you to do this with your stuff. And tonight, we'll work on some valuable stuff, but we'll also work on some base stuff, and I'll teach you guys the steps, all right? But let me show you this one. For example, you guys, so like if you're shopping at a card show or online or whatever, and you see the Fleer stickers, I mean, you could have the Michael Jordan... It could be Kareem. They had all the greats, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. So like whoever you like, they have, all the stickers from the classics. But you'll see that a lot of times it'll say it's a stain, ST, like a stain. So if you ever see that, you guys, it's typically because there's stains on the back. Now this is also, grading services change their slabs often. This is an old PSA slab. How old? I don't know, but like you can see that it was millions of cards ago. So these were where they had a seam where they were easier to split. So I'll show you, like if you ever run into these with a seam Nowadays, it's a bigger box. It's like a box on top of a smaller box, and you can clip off that edge. It's easy. But these were, you have to get into the edge. So pardon me 1 second. It's a little bit awkward in front of me. But I'm going to try to get, what I'm going to do is go on this top edge. And hold on 1 second. All right, you hear that sound? That's the sound you want to hear. So I put the flat stubby right there. And like I said, this is an old PSA slab. That's pretty much all you got to do. So there's that. All right, so we'll take that out, and then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So it was graded an 8, but it's got all those stains on the back, as you guys see, right? So that's why it would get an 8. So we'll take that out. And I love Isaiah Thomas. I'm broadcasting to you live here from Metro Detroit, right about 5 minutes away from where the Pistons used to play forever. But yeah, I saw somebody put up a good post. Josh, I appreciate you saying that, Josh. Josh, I don't use a long screwdriver. I damaged a Christie and I cried. I know, man. I just use a little guy and I hold it like that, and you can just kind of open up those edges. So as you guys can see, it's a wonderful card. Look at, boring for me. I don't have any card care to do on the front. I mean, it looks great. But the back is what we're going to do. The back is where the stains are, and I'm trying to get a good view. You guys see them, right? Right, all in here. That's where the wax stains are. There we go. So it's easy to get this stuff off, you guys. I'm just going to use, to keep it simple and quick, I'm going to put it face down like that. I'll zoom in for you so you can see it a little bit better. I see. Isaiah killed the Knicks. Isaiah killed the Bulls too when it was the Bad Boys. But yeah, I know Isaiah wasn't. He was a good basketball player, but I know it's kind of outside of basketball stuff was a little sketchy. I'm just going to use a little bit of my card polish here, you guys. This is cleaning polish, right? So your cleaning polish is good at removing stuff like this. So we're just going to see those grody old stains on here. And I'm going to wipe them off. And it should be fairly simple, all right? You know what? I noticed that, hey, Eddie, I see your comment. Eddie said, he noticed that some new PSA slabs seem to be gummy. You're right, Ed. And there's a way that you're going to have to get those. Those are damn near impossible to pry apart with a screwdriver, like I just showed you. I'm going to show you something, okay? When it comes to those gummy ones, Ed, if you run into them, get a pair of these snub nose tile clips. You can go all the way around and clip that gummy edge off, that top edge, and it'll be good to go. All right? So I promise you guys to read the comments. I'm just looking down real quick. I'm just looking at the color. So here's something, guys, too. If you ever work on the back of one of these cards, and when you're cleaning the wax off, you'll get it damp. That's why it looks yellow. But look at all the wax is gone. Oh, I got more right there. See it next to 1985? I'll get that out of there. But it'll just get a little yellow because it gets a little damp, and then you just let it sit on your desk. And by the time our live is done tonight, it will be back to bright white. So just remember that quick, easy thing if you ever are looking at these 86 Fleer cards. And next, I want to show you a couple more things with 86 Fleer. I want to show you how to do some corner work on them, all right? Oh, thank you, Shell. Thank you, Shell. I appreciate it. Yeah, and you guys have, on the live show, I always look up, but there's a chance I could miss a question. I am a customer service freak, so you guys are more than welcome to always send me a direct message, and I'll return it. So, guys, this is kind of it for card number 1. There's not a whole lot else to do. So we'll pick it up at the end to show you guys. But you see how it just kind of got a little bit damp? But that yellow is going to go away. That's no problem. It's going to look just like that. I'll show you. But let's watch this fuzzy light. So watch the fuzzy light. Let's look for wax. It's gone. maybe a little bit still right there. I'm just gonna do that one side, and that's all you gotta do, you guys, is just a couple little coats like this, wipe it on and off, and simple. All right, so now what I wanna do next is show you something that's easy to do too, but say after you get the wax off, all right, we're good there. So we're gonna let this dry. So here's how I let it dry too, because something I wanna share with you guys, this is what I like about the live show, is I can think of all these different things I can share with you guys. And like when I make a video, I'll be like, oh, you know, if I could say this, but it doesn't, like the context doesn't fit, and I edit it. So here's what I'm trying to say. I saw that message come through. This is a fluffy microfiber. If you need one like this, you guys, I got them on my site. Top corner, it's a tab called Products We Love. But here's my point of what I want to tell you guys. So now I'm just going to transfer this card and let it sit. And I'll show you. I'll remember. I got my list. At the end, I'll pick it back up so you guys can see that it's all dry. All right. But what if I put that in a penny sleeve right now, it's going to get, since the polish needs to evaporate off there, if I put it in a penny sleeve right now, it's going to get it's going to get wavy and wrinkly. Okay. So I need to let it sit and evaporate, because I don't need it to trap it in there. I need it to just totally evaporate right now. Okay. So that's why. All right. Yeah, if you guys save up, if you guys crack slabs, you can always save your labels and send them back to PSA if you want to, respect their population control or whatever. So you guys can do that. I saw somebody ask that. So that's always the thing you can do. But let me switch this around, you guys, and I'm going to show you next. I want to do this corner on this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. All right, so I'm just going to simply move this to right here, and as you guys can see, it's already starting to go away, but we'll just put it over here, okay, and we'll come take a look at it in a few minutes. So next here, you guys, I don't have a shortage for these. I really like these cards. These were some of my favorites growing up, and check it out. This one's a great one too. Surface looks great. There is, as you can see, I already got the wax off, but you want to see something that sucks on this one is that. That's a bummer. And even if the card's not going to get a high grade or whatever, these are really cool to me. You guys see what we're dealing with? Pretty nasty. But I think this could be, I'm going to keep this one simple too, you guys. It's going to need some time to rest. And you can see it's just all kind of bumpy and beat up in that area. So here's what we're going to do. This one, you guys, I'm going to have to show you a quick before right now, but I'm going to have to hold it for the night. I think. All right. I think. But what I want to do first is I want to rework this corner with you guys here. All right. Because the pads and the plates are cool. That's something I use a lot, but it's also, I want to do some manual work here too and try to get this in shape a little bit. And then I want to hold it. Okay. So let's get a good angle for everybody. How about this? That's a good angle. That way we can all look at it this way. So the concept, right, is I want to get it nice and square again if possible. So what I'm going to need is some card spray. I'm going to need a detail Q-tip. So we'll go over to the kit here. And thanks everybody for joining tonight, you guys. And if you haven't been here before, I'm here every Wednesday night, God willing, working on my baseball cards, basketball cards, football, Pokemon, whatever. I've been collecting them for a long time, and I love taking care of them. And I really appreciate all of you guys being here to do it too. And I'm glad I'm not the only one who likes to take care of them anymore. I'm glad there's a whole crew, Cheers to you guys. So here's the method. I did 2 sprays. Remember, pump. 2 sprays will typically be a happy spot for me. It's just like putting enough. It's almost like I feel like it's my paintbrush, and that's just enough for me. So now it's not, if you guys can see this, it's not soaking wet, but it's enough to leave a snail trail. Remember a snail trail? The cartoon snail goes by and leaves a trail. That's the snail trail. So I want to be able to leave some snail trails here, in some of these tender spots. Let's get closer. So I just want to let that kind of crawl in for a second. If you guys notice what I'm doing, just kind of strategic little touches. I'm not trying to like do anything yet. I didn't, you know, so I didn't come in there and just start like moving it. That's too much, man. Take your time. Card care is card care. You know, take your time. Don't speed through any of this stuff. Tonight, you know, I kind of move along and to try to cover a lot of bases, you guys. But if it's something you're new to, take your time. Just have a good time with it. And pick up some base cards and just practice some of these things. Okay, so now what I was doing, you guys, there is I don't want this to, I didn't want to crack it. That's why I got it damp first, because if I pushed it over too quickly, I could create that crack line. And if I cracked it, I don't think I'll ever, it's just irritating. Every time you look at it, have that damn triangle in the corner. You know what I mean? So now, you guys, I'm going to switch. This is my card tool. And I like using this bottom, right that 90 degree right there. And I want to go and just push it almost like I'm shoveling the little bumps out of it. And then like I'll feel where the bump is and I'll just kind of rock back and forth on it. I really like the curve, you guys. So if you're ever wondering like what's the method, it's like, you know, when I'm on a flat corner or whatever, like I can go like this, I can push it, and I can see through it. So that's just if you're ever looking at it going, what the heck are you doing here? I used to use, you guys, the back of my fingernails. Like I've always been goofing around with baseball cards and stuff, you know, and like, so I'd always like go like that. Well, that's what this shape is meant to mimic in that way. And it's like I built such a muscle memory back in the days of using my fingers that it's just I can kind of like picture what this thing is always doing. So just spend some time with it, you guys, and you'll be able to do some great stuff with it. Oh man, I love you guys too, man. Real House of Cards. I freaking love. Kevin, what's up, buddy? So let's see how we're doing, you guys. So look we're making some movement. See how we're doing? Pretty damn fun, isn't it? Now I know we got bumps in there still, but what we want to do is let's get it all yep, you want to, and you know what I'm going to do? You guys, what we're going to do here next. What I'm going to do next here is we're just going to I'm just watching this little area kind of get taking a little bit of card spray. Do you know what? I almost just said the weirdest word. I was saying I'm going to watch this area take in some card spray. I almost said I'm going to watch this area take in some mustard. Like mustard. I don't know if I'm hungry or I'm like the yellow of his shirt made me think of mustard, but don't use mustard. I'm sorry, you guys. I get a little slap happy. It's been a long day. But I'm always looking forward to the evenings, right? And Denver and Pat and everybody on here that's and Shell and Jay and everybody answering questions, man. Thank you guys for helping everybody out. This is a place, man, where if you've never worked on a card before or you have questions, there's a bunch of people watching that love working on cards and they'll be happy to answer your questions, you guys. So feel free if you're a veteran or brand new, you're allowed to hang out here. All right, so check this out. Now I'm happy with the shape, but we need to make it look tight and good, right? So I'm happy with the shape, but I don't want this to dry and look like that. That'd be like, all right, well, it's not bent anymore, but it has a big lump. You know, like, that's not cool. That's not good. I don't want that. So here's what we're going to do. This is where you use pads and plates. Now, hear me loud and clear, guys. Do not work on a corner like this. And do not work on a corner like this and put it just between the plastic plates. If I put it between there right now, that wet corner, I'm going to freaking smash the corner. And then tomorrow when I come to look at it, it's going to be all shiny. And then if you like getting your cards graded, you're not going to be able to get it graded because it's going to be that skinny and it will get altered. It will be pinched. So you can work on your corners like this, but you just want to like give them some love when it's time to let them rest. So what I'm gonna do, you guys, is that's it. That's all I'm gonna do for this one. Well, let me turn this thing around. I feel like I'm squeezing. Oh, there we are. I feel like I'm like leaning over the camera, like trying to clip it. So what I'm gonna do is leave it like this. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just gonna keep it like this until tomorrow. And that little bit of card spray that we put on that corner was enough. Now, as much as I want to teach you guys how to do it, I also want to teach you what the heck you're doing. You know what I mean? So like what you did was you got the corner soft again so you could put it in the right place. Step one. Because if you just came in there with the card tool and started pushing a corner like that, I'm going to put this thing down. If I started just pushing a corner like that, I'm going to crack it. You know, or I could crack the coating or the paint or the ink or whatever the top is. So what we did was we got it wet with card spray, got it in shape. Then you saw me put some more touches on there and it got a little bit puffy, right? That's okay. If I just let it sit out and dry like that, it would not dry. It would look weird when it dried because it would dry too fast. So then we put it between the pads and the plates. The pads and the plates are going to give it the retention it needs. And you guys know, because I've had people say to me, Kurt, you know, they make some mega mega clips or clamps at the store. Should I get these monster ones that I can screw all the way down? Well, I would say no. You know, I would say all you want to do is just be able to hold stuff in place flat like that. So I'm not using a ton of pressure, because if I used a ton of pressure, I'm just going to smash that corner out. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be perfectly square, because you know, like I like getting my cards graded too, and I like making them look good too. But if you smash the heck out of it, it's just gonna look. It's gonna be what those screw cases did to cards forever. But let me tell you this, of course, and then we'll move on. If you ever did have a corner that was smashed, of course, I got some tips for you that I could help you get it unsmashed. All right, so I'm gonna have to follow up with you tomorrow, you guys, on the Kareem. All right, so let's flip this around, and I want to grab a slab. All right, so what I want to do here next, you guys, is grab a slab. I'm going to grab one of my personal collection cards. Okay, let's grab a Tom Brady card, and I want to grab a couple things here. So I don't have any good card care stories for you about this card. I did not find it or pull it out of a pack or clean it up or grade it. I just bought it. But it's a card that I love. I'm a Tom Brady fan and collector. But you know what? Also, even though I don't have this card displayed, it bugs me with all the scratching on it. So look at the top coat. Like look at number 12. Look at the pants. Just irritates me, you know, and I'm assuming I'm not the only one, you know. So like, it's like a great card, iconic. The back doesn't look too bad. But yeah, you guys see them? There's like chips and hits in it. So I'm not going to try to crack this card open and send it to PSA to get a 10 on it. That's not my concern. But I do like the slab, and I don't want the scratches on there. So if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to show you how to clean up a slab real quick. And I'm going to use our recovery scratch remover, okay? But it should just be real simple, you guys. And it looks, I'll show you how to clean this up real easy. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is a good one, you guys. Yeah, this was a nice one. You know, good old Tom Brady, man. High scoring card too. That Beckett never wants to give you a 10. They just want to flirt with it. Yeah, not on the card. The scratches are not on the card, my friends. They're on the actual slab. And it just bugs me because like it's a nice slab, you know, but the first thing I see on some of these is these scratches, and it bugs me. So, no worries. Let me just show you a quick way to get rid of them. I'm just going to use a cotton applicator, and I'm going to use recovery. All right, so that's my scratch remover, okay, guys? So I'm just going to put some recovery on this. You see, I'm just using a little bit, but that should do it. So if you guys, I had couple of my buddies were showing, we were having fun. They were showing me, they were like, Kurt, I'm out of cards to care for, but I went through all my slabs, and they're showing me all their slabs, and they're like beautiful, like perfect. You know, it's like you said, like this card here is worth thousands of dollars, and it's in like a $2 case, you know, which is, it is what it is. But, you know, I at least want it to look awesome. So you see what I'm doing, you guys? I'm just getting a cotton circle, and I'm just going to do tight circles of recovery scratch remover all over the front of the slab. And then, see how I did it like that? Now I'm just going to change it, and I'm going to fold it inside out. So now we got dry cotton here. Okay, and then that's pretty much all it takes when it comes to these light scratches, I think. Well, and it should look pretty damn good, you guys. Let me show you. Not cool? We're in the jersey and in the shirt. So, if you guys have some scuffed up slabs, I got a couple scuffs right there that I would like to get rid of too. Just a little bit of recovery on a cotton like this. Let's do some tight circles over the light scratches like that. I'll flip it over to the dry side of the cotton. And voila. Scuffs and scratches are all gone. So cool, right? So you guys don't even have to, if you're like, hey, I'm nervous to work on my card. Well, you can work on your slab. All right. So get your slabs looking good. So that was something I had a few asks on, you guys. So I hope that's cool, and clean up your slabs, you guys. If you're like me, like I'll like display stuff, you know, I'll have like put stuff all over the place, and you know, I like to have it like looking cool versus all foggy, you know what I'm saying? So there's that one. So now, you guys, let me move on to another project with you. Oh, you know what I'm looking for? And I feel like I left it somewhere else. Sure enough, I left my good old beverage somewhere else in the house. So if any of my kids are watching, or if my wife is watching, I'll order 1 Diet Pepsi, please. So if not, I'll make it. But let me show you something else, you guys. Like this card right here. You guys love this card? I do. And do you know that like I love the card always more than I love the grade or the grading company or whatever like that? But do you know that I, for whatever reason, I like SGC for like my old baseball cards and vintage stuff. I don't really care for modern Prism in SGC. I don't know why. You know, I don't really have like a bunch of reasons why. I'm just a collector, but I don't really want this one in here. So I want to take it out and just see if there's any, if it's a 10, then I don't really need to do much. You know what I mean? But if it's any room for improvement, see, like, that's a scuffed up slab too. But if there's any room for improvement, we'll find it. But I just wanted to bust this out, and I think I'm going to have this crossed over and try to get a 10 somewhere else. You know what I mean? But so you guys, this material right here, this is what it's sold as is toolbox liner. It's this foam mat that I love. That you guys, if you watch my channel, you'll see me use it all the time. If you guys need any of this, I get it on Amazon. It's on my website. There's a tab at the top that says products we love. And if you guys needed like a pre-made like plates, clips, all that stuff, I got that on my I have it on my site. But yeah, it's exactly it. Yep, your toolbox liner so your tools don't shoot or roll around. That's what I've always used. That's it. But it's a special kind. There's only one kind I like, and I think it's called Queso Man brand. Queso, C-A-S-O. All right, so same thing, you guys. If you guys have never cracked open an SGC slab, these would be the easiest in the business to open. They are just a little, there's just a gap right there. So these are not challenging. I just put a little stubby screwdriver in the gap. I'll show you here. Like that. And then just get your fingers in there and pop it open. So that would be the good old SGC. All right. So now, you guys, I just want to take a look at this because since I didn't have a chance to take a look at it before the show and we're looking at it together, let's see if there's any... Sorry, I'm looking at it under this light to the right of me. Well, we can look at it together. I'm always looking for little scratches on these things. Looks pretty clean. This might be a pretty easy project here. Well, let's take a look a little bit closer. So I'm just going to clean this up, you guys, and get this out of the way real quick. And if there's not much to do on this card, that's fine, but at least if you've never opened up an SGC slab, I can show you. You know what? There is some stuff to do on this card. Look at the edges. Do you guys see that? So here's my here, I need to grab a couple things. I thought it was going to be so simple. It ain't simple. Well, it is, but hold on. I got to get some stuff. Alright, so what I want to do here to get rolling on the LeBron, you guys, I'm just doing the kind of the normal check down, looking at the back.
Did someone order a
Oh, my dear, how did you know?
Michelle.
Michelle, did she text you?
Yeah.
Oh, my sweet daughter brought me a Diet Pepsi. Cheers. Thank you, Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Oh, much better. Now I was little Mario. Now I just drank my Pepsi. Now I'm big Mario. So I'm feeling better now. Now I just need to get that star, and I'll be Star Mario. So let's get some tape, my friends. Right. So what I want to do is, that's so awesome, Shell, that you texted Lily to get me something to drink. Oh my God, you guys are the best. I'm serious. I'm in here. Yeah, I had a busy day. I seriously, guys, all my friends, my card collectors out there, I love you. I seriously had probably between Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and emails today, I probably had 350 messages I replied to. Questions, man. Great questions about cards, of all things, But then I was like, and I looked up and it was 58. I'm like, I gotta run. I got card club tonight. Got the live show. So I am happy that everybody's here, you guys. Thanks for hanging. So I just cracked this out of a 10, an SGC 10, and it looks really good. But the thing was, I noticed, you guys, right off the get was the edges. It's real edgy. You see that? So let's give it the attention it needs. I'm just going to use some tape. Oh, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it, man. Well, I'll tell you guys, the time is. It is definitely my full-time job. Like, you guys are the best, man. You keep us so busy. But fortunately, guys, shout out, this gives me a great time to give a shout out, because MC Nerdy said, where do you find the time to reply all those messages? I'll tell you what, Brandy, my wife, number one, being on in the lab, making sure that everything is made, everything is ordered, everything's perfect, everything is shipped where it needs to go on time. Shelby, Michelle, Jill, Eric, Carrie, having the most amazing group of people that totally care about us and take care of us. We got the best crew, and that does leave me the time to answer the messages, because I feel like it would be hard for somebody else to answer card questions when it's not something they know or do, guys. So I'm always happy to hear from you guys. I love talking to you, and I love seeing all the good stuff that you guys, are working on and always doing. And you guys see all these little white, little specks. Sorry, I was just talking. But you see all that growiness I pulled out of there? Look at. That's why the edges now all look all nice and tight, because we just got those out of there. But this simple, nice and easy, and it's a real easy way to clean up all the fuzz all around the card. So, I'm happy with that. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me let me see here. I'm looking at my list. LeBron, right, jeez. Yeah, you know what I want to do? I'm going to take a good look at this, you guys, off the air. But I don't think it needs anything. Just to give you guys, all the viewers, just like my 2 cents. Like, it looks great. I don't see any card care opportunities here, really. I'll just probably wipe it over with a microfiber. But the nice part was getting all that crap off. So, and that's how you open up an SGC slab, you guys. If it was ever intimidating or you didn't know, don't worry. Everybody's new to something at some point. Somebody taught me, So I'm just going to put this over to I'll get to you later table, because I'm going to put it in a sleeve, and I'll probably wipe it down or card polish it or something. But for tonight, I'll be happy that the edges are clean. And I mean, it looks to me like it would get a 10 from PSA. I've only got one out of all the freaking millions of cards that I've graded or worked on. Well, I guess worked on for customers. Back when I used to work on for customers, I could get an occasional BGS 10. But do you guys ever get BGS 10s on sports cards? Like, I can get a 9.5 from BGS almost every time when I know it is. Like, not talking vintage cards, but like modern stuff. Like that one right there. I don't know how it couldn't be a 9.5 from BGS. I think it would be a PSA 10 too. But I don't know, like, is it just a roll of the dice to get a black label or something like that? Because I'm sure we could go over every corner and every edge of that thing and it's tight. But, so I like BGS and I like PSA. I like them both, but I just don't like SGC for the modern stuff. And I felt like with the orange ice, it just didn't look good. I just want to do something different. Let's do some Pokemon stuff, you guys. I got a good one here for you. Let me show you this one. Yeah, I've never got a black label from Beckett. You guys don't go anywhere. Do you guys want to see what we're doing tonight too? Stay around. I'm going to try to do this. That's coming up. Okay, so that's coming up. But I also want to got to get into some gaming stuff, man. And this one looks really good. This was another a find of mine that I thought will be a good one if I can get it to clean up. And let me just here's what I want. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. So like when I buy a card online, all I can see is the front, right? And then I can see the back, and I could tell that the back had some stains on it. Let me show you guys. It's like, it could literally be like freaking boogers. Like that, and then, oh, there's more. There's more. That, and then we got kind of just light lines and scuffs going through the holographic area. So kind of common, right? Stuff that you'd see that like from, like played card or whatever that is. I don't know. It doesn't look like. My biggest concern with something like this is if it's something that's going to take the paint off. We'll find out together, because when I looked at this one real close, you guys, it's real crusty. It's real crispy. All right, so we'll figure it out. Yeah, so let's give it a swing. So when I see something like this, you guys, typically the first thing I want to work on is the back. All right, and I resisted getting into this one because I wanted to do it on video. Because it's cool when you can get like something like this to clean away. So like the first thing I do, like this, don't be afraid to like touch something. You know what I mean? Like I just want to feel like, well, if I can feel what it is. Yep. It's like, I can feel it. It's like a substance. I have a feeling it could be like seriously like candy or like sugar or a booger. Sugar or a booger. So I think that it should be able to be removed. So what I'll do first, you guys, is I'm going to use card spray on cotton. Okay? So now, you guys, the first thing I'll do is use a little bit of, we'll use some card spray. And before I just start scrubbing on here to see if this will remove, I'm going to hold it on top of it for a second. Because here's like the evidence I'll look for. Do you guys see like right next to this one right here, it looks like it's smeared? So that tells me, yeah, that was I said it was either sugar or booger, but I don't think it's booger sugar. I think it's the reverse order. Oh God, the things I'll randomly come up with here, right? You guys are the best, man. So here's what I want to do. I'm just gonna touch it for a second. Well, I thought that would wipe right away, but it's not really wiping away. Kind of. All right, so pause. Don't keep going if you're not sure. So I just want to see. Oh yeah, hold on. Check it out. Can you see it? Can you see the streak? Okay, I'm always worried about pulling. Sometimes, you guys, if you see something stuck to a card with like an oily stain around it, be very leery of it, because like you can freaking hit it, man. It will pop off and pull all the little paint off underneath it. But I don't think that's the case. Pretty good. I can still see some of that crap on there. Hold on. Cross all of our fingers here. I don't want to get it just down to these little things. I want them all to go away. I think I did it, you guys. That is so freaking satisfying. Now, I still have, like, it appears to be kind of like a little bit of maybe a little stain in the Pokeball. I don't know if that will go away. You know what I want to do? Here's what I want to do. Switch over, guys. If that, in fact, do you see how that kind of left like a little, that candy or whatever left an oil mark or like a sugar mark or something like that? I want to get this thing damp with card polish, because if it is an oil in there, card polish will pull it out. And it might look a little bit more damp here for a few minutes, like my Fleer basketball card did. But you see what I'm doing? See, I'm just kind of putting polish on there kind of thick right now. This is not my, we're not using any scratch remover on this right now, you guys. Scratch remover is over here. So just so you know, cleaning polish is good at this kind of, can shine up your card, make your card clean, but it will also pull some of this crap out if you got like an oil stain. Yeah. Hey, I see your comment there. I'm trying to read the name. Amara. Hey, Amara. If you ever had Amara wrote me and said, I had some leak, some product leak and shipping. If you ever had something like that, you guys take a picture and show me. I'll get you a new one. And if it was ever messed up during shipping, I insure all of our packages. So never your problem. If you ever have anything like that, let me know. So right now, you guys, I left the polish on here for a longer amount of time because I want to get the dang stain out of here. There was like this weird stain, and I want to show you guys something. So you're going to see more of a stain right now, but this is why the live show is so sweet, and thank you for being here, because check this out. You're going to be like, because this would be hard for me to explain. Do you see how I just put all the card polish on there and let it sit? Now look at this. Now do you see that I have more stains? Check this out, though. That did exactly what I wanted it to do. This is all going to dry. This will all evaporate. So if you ever get a Pokeball wet with card polish, don't worry about it. Just let it sit. It'll be fine. But what I want to do is, you see how I got that stain where that crap was even more, like, more pronounced? My goal is to have this evaporate, and all of it will evaporate, and we won't be left with those weird little spots. Fingers crossed, okay? So, but there's more to do on this one. The front. And, hold on. Edges and corners look good. It's a nice card. And it's first edition. You know, it's a good one. So let's see if we can make the holographic part look better. I don't know if these are scratches, light play, whatever. But you know what I want to do first is I want to start with card polish, because cool, Francisco, hit me up off the air, okay? And I'll take a look at it for you. And I'll always take care of you, man. I would never want anybody's packages or anything to get messed up. I got you, my friend. So here's what I want to do here, guys. I want to try cleaning this part up. So, you know what, you guys, I'm sure you guys know what this is. You see this right here? It's a lot of times from touching it and going in and out of those card savers. Like, look right here. See all that right there? It's from, shuffling them, I think, and just going in and out of the savers. So use your card polish on stuff like this first, because you'd be surprised on how many times, man, this stuff can just take care of that little discoloration, liven up this little area. And I want to do the whole surface because, the card is, what, $19.99? It needs it. It looks really good, but it just is a little dirty. So let's see what of a nice job we can do. Oh, man, you guys are the best, man, for sure. Yeah, Trey, we are, man. You guys, awesome collecting crew out there. You keep us so busy, man, for real. Like, couldn't do it without you guys. And every day you keep us busy, man, so it's awesome. Oh, good. I'm glad. Sorry. Thanks, Francisco. And Francisco and you and all my friends out there, man. I freaking care about you guys. I am a collector. I run into the same issues as you guys. And if you ever got card spray spilled or card polish spilled, don't you guys not say something to me, man. Tell me. I'll take care of you guys. Last thing I'm going to do is turn one of my loyal customers off over a card polish. That'd be silly, right? I don't even know, you guys, if I need to do anything else. Look at this. Like, that is awesome. I don't think I need to do anything else. Like, all those little light streaks. Looks great. So like, that's when I get to something like this. And now here's what I want to do next. So you guys remember, we're letting our spots dry. So our front is clean. Now let's let the back evaporate. And I bet you that will all evaporate quickly and it'll look perfect. Well, guys, remember when we started the show with our Isaiah Thomas and I had to get the back a little bit damp? Look at almost all the way dry out of there now. So that was, if you ever have to use card polish on something that gets a little bit damp, don't worry, it will evaporate. All right, so that one's a good one, you guys. I'll do before and after pictures tomorrow. That's a good one. I want to look at the front again. I'm not even going to use recovery scratch remover on this, you guys, because I don't have any scratches. And do that too, you guys. Think about it when you're working on your collection. Don't just add stuff to add stuff. Like, if I saw scratches on here, I'd use recovery. I don't see any scratches. That's it. All right, that's it. So don't go anywhere. If you guys want, I got one more. And I'll never, ever run out of, collectors that love paper cards, and we're always, here when paper cards are awesome, right? They're cool. They're like old school. They're original. I love the feel of them. But, paper cards can get some crazy stuff on them, right? So I know exactly where I was at when I got this card, and I know exactly how this happened. And I didn't know how to work on cards that well when this happened, but I knew I saved it forever. I was on a trip years ago, and there was this little store in Tennessee that sold packs of cards, and it was not around. This is like a 2001 or 2002 card, I think, 2002 Fleer. But when I was it was like the teens. So it was cool as hell to see Fleer football 2002 at this place, and the guy only wanted like $2 a pack, so I went in there and bought all the packs, and I had to take him home in a suit. It was out of town. I had to take him home in a bag, and the bag got wet, and that's a bunch of cards on top got smashed, and that was it. And I'm like, I kept it. So here's what I'm dealing with, you guys. That I love Peyton Manning. I do. I felt bad for Peyton Manning all the years that Tom Brady whooped him. I love Tom Brady. He's my favorite player, but I felt bad. I felt like, how could these two generational QBs be in the same time and place? And Brady had a better team around him, obviously they won, but I used to always think man, Peyton's so awesome. He's so awesome. And he is awesome. But here's my method on something like this, you guys. It's strategic touches of card spray. And the card tool, basically. So let's do our best, all right? And I will get busy on this one, you guys. And if you have time, hang out with me. I won't keep you much longer tonight, but let's just see if we can get this one, looking good. And we'll go from there. All right. So first thing, I like a firm surface. That's what I want to work there. I want to use this. I want to use this. I don't. Whoops. Watch out, phone. What else do I want to use? I think that I knocked my card spray down. I did. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. And I just need to get my card tool is what I'm looking for. So this one's pretty screwed up, but I thought of you guys when I saw it. I thought, oh, this would be a good one for the show. I always get pictures of cards every day with really screwed up edges and corners, man. So as soon as I saw this one, I was like, oh, dude, the guys will love this one. Oh, man, that's awesome, dude. I'm happy to hear that. I had just a couple messages using the scratch remover on Chrome. New product already. Scratches from rollers. Yeah, man, there is, dude. There's scratches on new cards like crazy. I was using our scratch remover, our recovery polish on, that's got a good direct message. It said, remove the scratches with the recovery and the polish, and it gemmed. I'll read the messages in a minute. Good job, man. Good job. It is a good feeling when you get a 10 on a card. And especially if you had to do the work and made it brought it back to life. You feel like it's your trophy. I earned this thing. You know what I mean? All right. So when it comes to this, same thing. I need my little spray pad over here. And I'm going to do two sprays. And that will probably be all that I need. Young Drav, you're the man, dude. Appreciate you guys, man. Thanks for being here. So, where should we start on this thing? I'm going to have to probably put this between pads and plates, but I want to just get a head start on it so I don't have to, like, fold it in on itself. This is the hard part, you guys. This is what I need to do, use my words, right? So, like, if I can unpack this corner and all of the paint is there, you could seriously go from like something totally messed up like this to like not, you know. So what I want to do is I want to touch, when you guys see me down here touching the card, let's just see if I can do it up close. What the heck? So like, I'm going to do this up close so you guys can see what I'm doing. So when you see me down there, like working on the plate down there, what I'm trying to do is get this thing to open up. Kind of a weird angle, but bear with me. I'm going to try to do it here so you guys can see it. It's like I'm losing my depth perception. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. So that's I wanted to get moisture in there. So that one's good. Now I'm going to do the same. I don't know what I'm going to do on this. Kind of the same. Kind of the same. I want to get this entire area in here damp. So let's see if you can watch me do it. I'm not going to press hard. It's a paper card so it can take in moisture. Let's do that again. And I'm going to do the same. You see this, like where the bend right there is, you guys? I want to run, you know, what I call a snail trail down there. Hold on. I want to relieve that main area. You want to think about, like, where are the pinch points? This one, they're kind of everywhere, but like on this one, I feel like that pinch point is that hinge right there and that hinge right there. So I want to try to get those to like just kind of relax a little bit for me. And then you guys, we're going to move over here in a second and use the card tool, but I want to get this thing. Okay, look. Look at that. You see, guys, what we're doing? I didn't touch it a lot, right? But you can. So let's just, I don't want to lose any of the paper. Now, I'm comfortable putting this card down on its back because I'm not going to pinch any of this stuff. So let's get started here. Let's do... Let's all do it together. We're gonna give young Drab a community shout out. You are the man, my friend. I love to see you, dude. Thanks for being here. I'm glad everybody's here, man. I hope you guys enjoy this tonight. I was really looking forward to tonight's stuff. We had a lot of unique things to do tonight, and it was almost like a direct. If you blinked at my direct messages, it'd be like, "How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this?" So I tried to kind of represent that here tonight. So here's what I want to do, guys. Let's put this on here. Okay. And I'm going to next get the card tool. And I'm not using, like, pressure's not even a thing. I am just going over the surface of it, okay? Your finger's like the best tool, card tool as well, so don't forget that. Sometimes you just gotta kind of feel what's going on. Okay, my friends. Yeah, I know, isn't it? I love you guys that you say I love the card. Guys, it's the most basic thing, but I tell you what, this little thing is like my Excalibur. You know, it's just like such a helpful little thing when it comes to doing these corners and edges. And don't be afraid of it. So don't use this thing all the time. You know, the more you keep this thing in your hand, it will just help you have a little confidence with these little edges and corners. And like you'll see, you guys, it's not even really a pressure thing. It's almost like sometimes it's like it's just a little check, a little touchdown. I just like to see how hard or soft the card is there. That area was all puffed up there. I'm just kind of dancing over it and kind of tucking down the puffiness of it. All right, don't go anywhere yet. Okay. This one worked out pretty good, you guys. Let me show you. All right, so it's got to dry, so we're going to have to put it between pads and plates for the night, which is no problem. I got a stack of those over here. But I want to show you guys what it looks like right now, okay? So let's take a quick look before we put it between the pads and the plates. So I want you guys to be able to take a look at that and go, all right, I can still see that I got some moisture in there. My corner is a little bit puffy, but that's okay. That's totally fine because it's got to rest for tonight. I just had a little spot there I didn't like. So oh, dude, Josh wrote, if I was this interested at school, I would have done much better. Dude, if I was this interested at school, I'd be, man, I sat there and talked to myself all day. I tried to negotiate with my teachers that if I could just get the homework, if I could pass all the classes, could I just do it at home? And man, I always was so frustrated with the lack of efficiency. I'd be like, I could get all this stuff done. All these classes I could be done with before noon. And I got to sit here until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Drove me crazy, man. I know. You know what my classes were? Art and auto shop. I'd be in art half the day or auto shop half the day, or metals. Go do metal work. I like welding. You know, so you guys, I will post this, all right? I will post this. This full video will be posted, okay? But let me show you guys. I'll show you where we started on this one. So if you're just joining, this one was really fun. So you guys see the damage here on the Peyton Manning? Like if you guys are just joining, this is where I started with this one here a few minutes ago. That one. I'll show you guys the after here in a second, but that was so screwed up, wasn't it? Right, so that's where we started with it. And so right now is where I'm going to put it between the pads for the night, okay? And now let me show you guys where we're at. So check it out. That's where we got it to. So we started with that. And now we got it to this. And it looks really, really good. And the reason it worked out so well, you guys, because we were gentle. We took our time. And it's paper. And, you know, we did our strategic touches with card spray. And we used a card tool. That's why it looks good. But I don't want to let it dry like that. I want to let it dry with compression and retention. Because I have a feeling that if I just let it dry, just sitting on my desk, it's going to get that wet line. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I call it the Tide line. Because if I just let this one dry on the desk, you guys, it would dry, but it would dry quickly. And then it would get a wobbly edge or a wobbly corner. All that work that we just did, it wouldn't look good. So all that work that we just did, we're going to hold it like this. All right. So tomorrow, I got to show you guys some stuff, right? Tomorrow I got to show you the back of the Pokemon card. But let me take a look at it real quick. It's still damp. It's still drying. And then I got to do the corner. I'll show you guys the Kareem corner that I worked on. So we'll do a follow-up of that. I'll get that LeBron card graded. Maybe I'll take it to the National and get it graded to the National. We'll see what it gets. And I think, you guys, that's pretty much it, and that would be kind of like tonight, the stuff that I went over, like, let's review, like, if you guys, I didn't do this slab, but it's another one of my Brady's that I like. It's a rookie autograph Brady, but it has scuffs on the slab. So, like, listen, if you guys are going to sell cards, and, I'd say even if you have some cards that are fairly common and they all look alike, but yours is in a scratched up slab, spend the time to clean it up, man, because I know that if I'm going to a card show booth and I pick up a card I like and the slab is super clean, I wouldn't think about it. I would just like it. But if I picked up one with a bunch of scuffs all over it, I don't know, man, it just turns me off personally, so clean up your slabs, man. I think that will, make the cards even look that much better. And then when you guys are walking around, man, at your card shows, look at some of those grades. Look at this, like, if you find Beckett cards that have, like, all great subgrades but has a weird surface score, look at it, because if it's a light scratch or if it's a dent or something, depending on the type of card, man, you guys know how to fix it. You guys know how to do it. And speaking of the National show, I'm going to be going. So if you guys, I know that you might recognize me because I do the show here. So if you do, say hi, man. I'd love to see you guys. I'm going to be there walking around with my wife next week, right? We're going to be there Thursday night. We're going to get to Chicago Thursday night, and we'll be there Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So if this mug looks familiar, come over and say hi, man. I'd love to meet you guys. And speaking of that, I will be, I plan on being live next Wednesday night too. Why not? You know what I mean? I'll be here, and I'll be getting all ready to go to the show and everything like that. I don't even know what I'm going to the National to buy or whatever. I just like to kind of go. Most of my customers are there. I have so many people that are friends of the company, and I just love going over and seeing you guys and catching up. So if you recognize me, please say hi. And I'll be back next Wednesday. And I got a bunch of other stuff I'm working on, you guys, too. So I hear all of your requests loud and clear, and I take them all. So if you guys do want to see anything on Wednesday Night Live coming up in the future, or you got some ideas, or you're seeing a common thing that you're like, I'd love to know how to take care of this, you just let me know. All right? So send me a message anytime. I always answer the DMs. And I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you. So thanks for taking the time tonight. I'll let you go. I'll see you next week. And I appreciate you guys being here. I'm Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.
Bruh.